What the heck is Team Best Rookies? Well, Team Best is a company that made minor league cards, and they were only around a couple years. They're not to be confused with Best, which also made minor league cards. Well, I couldn't find a lot of information from this defunct company. They're no longer around. They're long gone. On the back, it actually says teambest.com. But if you go to that website, it's like a pharmaceutical company. So there's not a lot of information about it. Not to worry, because they're not that memorable, not that expensive, but they're minor league cards. They don't get a ton of love. We're going to talk about those and some really cool errors, some funny ones. We're also talking about a relationship we have with GruntTalksMLB.com. If you have not already checked out my buddy's website, go check it out when you get a chance. Lots of cool, like up-to-date baseball clips. He does like breakdowns and stuff. And I love it. They're nice and short and sweet. Check them out when you get a chance. So I was at the Oregon State Fair, and I had a booth there, and it was, I'm trying to get my home mammogram business off the ground. I'm just kidding. I wasn't doing that. But I did come across another booth of like sports memorabilia and baseball cards. I was like, I've never seen one of these at the state fair before. So my buddy Mark, I met him there, was running it. He's a postal carrier, and he was selling off some collections that he came across. And he had a little bit of everything. So I was buying quite a bit from his booth. One kid came back with a pack who was visiting my booth. He's like, yeah, I just bought this over there. And I opened it up, and there was an autograph in it. I'm like, what? And he paid $1 for the pack. So I went back over there, and I basically bought all I could. It was 2,000 Team Best Rookies, $1 a pack. I probably bought about 15 packs, 12 or 15, whatever. And I did pull several autographs, but I pulled a lot of errors too. We're going to talk about those today, and there's some funny ones. There's about 15 different ones where the numbering is incorrect. Each number can be found with two different players. It'll have the wrong player on the front and then on the back, but the bio is for the corrected one. Well, let me show you what I'm talking about here. It's kind of strange. So here's a Chris Sampson. This is card number 3. Has his name, his picture, and on the back has his name, his picture as well. But on the bio, it mentions Barlocker. Well, it says Ryan Barlocker guy. This is the correct Ryan Barlocker. Please stand up. And it's card number 3. So this is actually a correct one. And they did that with a ton of them. They actually did come back and correct each one of those too, which was good. So moving on, card number 7, Josh Bonifay. He's called House on the back, like back on his bio there. I don't know if that's his nickname or what. It's considered an error though, and it was corrected. Chris Figueroa, card number 25. They misspelled Figueroa. It should have a U in it. That one was not corrected. Tino Pascucci, card number 64. He's listed as a pitcher. He should be an outfielder. Here he is, even holding the bat. They thought he was a pitcher for some reason. Card number 77, Sean Schumacher. Well, there's Sean, but his first name is misspelled. S-E-A-N. Should be the S-H-A-W-N, misspelled on both sides. They did not catch that, did not correct it. Nick Tresniak has an interesting last name, card number 88. So there he is. Look at his last name. Now on the back, his name is spelled correctly, but on the front, it's missing the S. And they did come back and correct that. And card number 113, 115, 119, 121, and 153. Okay, so a bunch of these cards have the card number on both sides, which is pretty strange. I don't know of any other cards that have a number on both sides, but they got a bunch of them wrong. And they did come back and correct these where the wrong card number was on the front. Card number 138, Carlos Figueroa, again misspelt. So same guy, just on a different card number. Tino Pascucci, card number 177, also has him listed as a pitcher when he should be an outfielder. But look at his first name, if I can get a focus there. It's missing a C. It should be 3 C's total, and they had it spelled correctly on the back. So double error going on there. Those were not corrected. Sean Schumacher, 190, also misspelled Sean. Number 201, Nick Tresniak, also misspelled his name, and that one was corrected. So there's not any Hall of Famers in this set, but there's some pretty big names. I guess the Barry Zito, Josh Hamilton. Had some real drug problems, alcohol problems, and a lot of problems, but a very good player. And these autos are able to be pulled in the pack. I did not get one of those. It's worth about $5 to $10 is all. So very inexpensive for these autos. Just a couple more I wanted to mention. The Barry Zito one is worth about $6. I mean, that's it. You can find those on eBay for that amount. But the most expensive card in this set, one I was able to pull, I was very excited, is an autograph by Jim Morris. Now, he was famous because he went into the majors in his 30s, like his late 30s. I forget exactly what it was. He only played like a year or so, and he was a good pitcher, but it was a very short career. So it was made into a movie called The Rookie. So if you've heard of that movie, it's this guy, Jim Morris. And those ones are selling like $15 to $30 for that autograph. So I was pretty happy to find that. I can't remember the guy's name that played him in that movie. I'll put a picture of it, I'm sure. But so that's the list of errors. That's the 2000 Team Best Rookies. I've never done a minor league error video before. I don't know if I'll do any more, but it was a fun one. I want to thank Mark, the postman, for having his booth at the fair. And I want to thank everyone for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe. We got more fun stuff on the way, and we'll see you next time.
You're a godsend. Savior.
No, I'm just the postman.